live my life to dance and dance my life to live. And I drum my life to live and live my life to drum. I was born Benito Santiago. I was born in San Francisco, first generation born Filipino, August 2nd, 1950. I was born here, I was raised here, I'm living here, and bittersweet when the time comes to be recycled, go over to the other side of the world of spirit, then that's where I'll be recycled. Being grown up as a Filipino, traditionally from my experiences, total respect to the elders. The mother's and father's word was carved in stone. Whatever they said goes. I was committed suicide in '68 because of the pressure at that time with the Vietnam War. Well, besides that, my mother and father saying, be a lawyer, be a lawyer. Yes, Mom, yes, Dad. Teachers, do this to get ahead in life. So I was under a lot of pressure. And I found myself leaning over a rail. And then a voice said to me, I recall, just as I was going over, if you need someone to talk to, please, anytime, just come to me. My body went up. Like a zombie, I went to that, my English teacher. I told her my situation under pressure. I says, I hear what your mother wants you to do, I hear what your father wants you to do, I hear what the teachers want you to do, I hear what the government wants you to do. The first time I ever heard was, what is it that you want to do? I was totally floored. I never heard that before. And so I started exploring the arts. I started exploring who I was. I had to leave my father's and mother's houses because I failed at being a lawyer. I moved into this apartment, 151 DuBois, number 4, in the spring of 1977.
San Francisco is uniquely blessed among American cities. Its hills and surrounding water give it an aspect that has helped to determine its character, demanding not only the unusual in housing, but also attracting a citizenry of many different racial and cultural backgrounds. As neighborhoods develop and change, certain characteristics become more apparent, giving the area a particular identity. And the exceptions within the area only serve to re-emphasize that character. Even though much of the middle class has fled, San Francisco still has a wide variety of homes and housing as different as the people who occupy them. The houses themselves sometimes strongly suggest the personalities of the people inside.
I'm still living here, May 4th, 2014, as we speak. I have a lot of history here. Gone from a starving artist, hustling for dance students, drumming gigs, to having a real job. In San Francisco Unified School District, I'm working over here up on Mansell off of San Bruno Avenue. Title is Special Ed 10. I take care of the whole gamut of students who are physically challenged, developmentally challenged, visually impaired, hearing impaired. My passion is to share the arts with children, students, not just children, but everyone. Spring of 1977, it's like something like $240 for one bedroom. I could afford that. It's a nice way to establish a foundation, kind of balancing that with the arts, which is my love, my passion. Being in this space, I was able to continue my art. Imagine if I didn't have this place, I would be like where I was before this place, which is more like a gypsy, putting a roof over my head where I could. I wouldn't be in ballroom dance. I'd be too much thinking about survival. So this place to me treasure hold for opportunity. It's also a reflection of who I am, where I'm at right now, what I've been through. I was able to focus on my art without having to worry about the survival, the sustenance. As long as I'm having my apartment over my head, I can give more to the community. I get the letter that says, yes, you've been Ellis Acted. They want you out so they can upgrade it to be a condominium. In the 80s, from my understanding, the Ellis Act was for the landlords, landladies who were getting older, wanted to get out of the rental business. And they sell it out. The key word is to get out of the rental business. And so when they sold their properties to these property speculators, they came in like Pac-Man, just buying up all this low-income rent control units like myself. And in the process of doing that, displacing people like myself, low income, and selling the units to the highest bidder, converting them to condominiums. So instead of paying $575 like what I'm paying now, a person that can afford $4,000 a month. And when I found out that the going rate of rent is not $575 like what I'm paying for this one-bedroom apartment, it's 4 unit, that is $4,000 a month. So, I mean, how am I going to survive $4,000 a month in a couple of months? So what to do? I got to do something. What can I do? What can I do? As I grew up, ever since a toddler, I took the path of least resistance. This time, rather than just laying down and say, okay, just do as you will, being victimized by the speculators, to say, no, I'm gonna stand my ground and see if I can make a difference and speak up for myself and speaking up for the seniors, the disabled, the educators, the students, the families who give to the community, who add to the community, and then are being displaced. Going to these protests and going to these meetings and these conventions, I feel that I've made a difference in speaking up. And I'll be here till I guess they put the locks on the door. At least when I go down, say I do have to leave, I will leave with my dignity, my self-respect. Again, I think back when I first came here, I came in with hardly anything. If I had to let it go, I'll let it go. But I'll at least have myself and my spirit.